In this video, we're going to be looking at the latest data from Empower, which is one of the nation's largest 401k providers, on both the average and the median balances for retirement savings in each age group. I want to focus specifically on the 60s age group, since that is when you're getting close to traditional retirement age, and most people are starting to wonder just what retirement would look like with what they have saved. And towards the end of the video, I'll show you just how much you should have saved to support your desired lifestyle in retirement. Before we get started, if we haven't met yet, my name is Jake Skellhorn. I'm a certified financial planner and the co-founder of Spark Wealth Advisors. My partner Chris and I help people across the country retire with confidence and clarity. All right, so here's that Empower article, and I'll also leave a link for it in the description below the video as well if you'd like to take a look yourself. But the first thing I want to mention is that I like how Empower uses their Empower personal dashboard for this data. So other studies that show the average retirement balances are from places like Fidelity, where they really only include the 401k balances that are on their platform. But Empower is known for their personal dashboard, where users can link outside accounts from previous employers, their Empower accounts, IRAs that are held at different custodians, things like that. So I think it gives a more accurate picture for the full amount that people have saved for retirement, rather than just their current company's 401k, like Fidelity might show. So first thing I wanted to mention there, and then just a quick definition of what they include into the sort of data here. Again, 401ks, former employer 401ks, Roth 401ks, IRAs, SEP IRAs, basically any sort of retirement titled account that can be linked on their personal dashboards. So let's scroll back up to the chart that shows the average and the median balances. Again, it shows the numbers for each age group here. So this video is for everyone, not just those in their 60s, but again, the example in just a moment will be for those closer to retirement. So before we dive into the numbers, let's go back to grade school for a minute and just define what the average versus the median is and why that's important. So here we have just a small sample data set to show you the difference between the two. So as you can see, we have 5 retirees on the left here. Each of them has a different balance in their 401k or their total retirement savings. But we have one outlier that brings up the average quite a bit. So the median, again, is that middle one, where 50% of people have more than that number and 50% of people have less than that number. So I think just looking at this, we can all agree that the median is a much better number to look at to show what the typical person in your age group might have, whereas the average can be skewed based on different outliers. So just wanted to explain that again really quick. But let's take a look at the different age groups here. So in your 20s, the average is 108,941. The median, again, is much lower at 33,500 or so. And then as you get into your 30s, where you're starting to get higher income, more people have had more time in the market to see, those compounding returns. The average is up to almost 240,000. Again, this is as of 2025 data. Median is about $90,810. Your 40s and 50s are generally going to be your peak earning years. So again, you have more time for that money to be compounding in the market. You might be able to max out your 401k, IRAs, things like that. So numbers are starting to creep up a bit. And then into your 60s, again, which is the main one that I wanted to focus on for this video, the average American has about $1.1 million between all their retirement accounts. Again, this is not just in your 401k. And then the median balance is about $590,000 as of 2025. Something else I wanted to mention is that even this Empower data does not tell the full picture. So if you're someone who might be feeling discouraged by this, I would urge you just to remember that this does not tell the full picture. And if you're someone who's debt-free, for example, you might not need anywhere near this amount for your own retirement. But nonetheless, these are the numbers. Obviously, as you get older, you start to draw down your money for retirement. So the averages and medians start to get lower and lower. And because everyone's financial situation is so unique, this is really where most people can benefit from working with a financial planner. So if you're considering that, there's a link in the description below, and I'd be happy to speak to you to see if we're a good fit to work together. But now that we have a good understanding of the numbers here, let's go through a quick exercise where we can determine how much you will need for your own retirement based on your desired living expenses, your other income sources, and your account balances. So in this example, we'll assume that a retiree or a pre-retiree has about $500,000 saved in their accounts. They want to spend about $4,500 per month in retirement, so that will cover all their basic living expenses, plus any discretionary expenses that they want to have for, let's say, travel and leisure, things like that. So $4,500 a month is their target spending amount that they'll need. Most people out there will have Social Security income. So let's say that that's $3,000 a month, either for you or you and a spouse total. So that leaves a gap of about $1,500 per month that you'll need from your portfolio to support your desired spending. So that comes out to about $18,000 per year. So if you take that $18,000 and you divide it by what you have saved, which is $500,000, that comes out to about 3.6% of your balance per year that you'll need to withdraw from your portfolio. So you might be familiar with the 4% rule, which says that you can safely expect to withdraw about 4% of your beginning balance at retirement, adjust that amount upwards for inflation each year, and have a high likelihood that that is going to last for at least a 30-year retirement. So at a 3.6% withdrawal rate, this person appears to be in pretty good shape. Again, they have, nowhere near the average number of someone in their 60s, which Empower says is $1.1 million. So they have less than half of that, but they have enough to support their desired lifestyle with Social Security and a relatively low withdrawal rate. Now, the 4% rule, again, is a great starting point. Super easy math, as you can see here, to calculate how far that money can go. But it does have its own shortcomings. Just one of them, as an example, would be, what if this person wants to or needs to, for health reasons, retire before they claim Social Security? Well, then they're going to be taking out about $54,000 a year from their portfolio, which would be about 10%. The 4% rule doesn't really have any guidelines to say whether or not it's okay to take a higher withdrawal rate in the first few years of retirement and then adjust that lower after other income sources kick in, like Social Security or pensions. So for situations like that, which do apply to most retirees, I like to use a strategy called retirement income guardrails. I do have a video where I go into retirement income guardrails in much more detail, how it works, and why I think it's a better strategy for most retirees. If you want to check out that video to learn more about it, here it is now. And once again, if you are approaching retirement and you're considering working with a financial planner, I would love to speak to you to see if we're a good fit to work together. You can click the link below this video to schedule that free introductory call. But besides that, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.